Ooh. Ooh, ooh,
It's
ooh.
us.
It is us. Welcome to the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's America's top-rated sportsbook app. Bet just $1 on any NFL team to score a point in their game, and if either team does, you get $100 in free bets when you sign up using that promo code PHNX. I'm here with the little man himself, Johnny Venerable. Johnny.
Here's what I'm going to do today. Ready? I'm going to put this hood up because I'm about to heist all these bets. I'm going to heist these bets. I got steals on deals today for you, America, watching this program, ready to make some money. Our job this weekend is to prepare you for the Black Friday sales of next week. So it's time to make that coin, to get all those deals on deals. Who knows? We may have a couple deals here, PHNX. So prepare yourselves. Get a pen and paper out. Let's go.
Love it. I love the connection. How are you feeling about this weekend's slate of games, Johnny?
Probably the best I've felt in weeks, and that's saying something because, as you know, I've been hot fire lately, especially with my Sunday picks.
You have.
Well over 60%, just churning out winners for the folks. Just the smartest people watch this show, PHNX Bets Daily. That's right, Jacob. Deals on deals. Somebody says I look like the Kermit meme with my hood up. So I could see that. What does he say? Use the PHNX bets. Use the promo code PHNX. And the DraftKings Sportsbook. Do it!
All right. Well, let's get into your picks if you feel so confident about them. Let's throw them up on the screen, Johnny.
Let's do it. Packers -1. Listen, Packers are a 1-point favorite at Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings, who have never won a big game in the history of their franchise. With all due respect, the Packers are the healthiest they've been all season. Second consecutive week back for Aaron Rodgers after his COVID scare. They are, I think, rolling, much to the chagrin of Cardinal fans, to the number one seed in the NFC. I do not see a scenario in which the Vikings, again, quality personnel offensively, their defense is not playing well this season. Davante Adams should play. A.J. Dillon now is the unquestioned starter at running back. We'll get to him here in a second. I love the Packers. I think that's almost my pick of the week, but not quite.
That line opened at 1.5, I believe, and it went. It's going toward the Vikings, which is strange. So maybe the public just is on the Vikings train.
Name one player on the Vikings defense that scares you if you're Aaron Rodgers. The answer is zero. Everson Griffin's out for the year. They have really no pass rush. Their secondary with Pat. He's fine. He doesn't rush the passer. Their secondary. That's right, Saul. The Vikings are the NFL version of the third wheel. Patrick Peterson, burnt toast himself, returns off the IR this week. Shield your children's eyes for what Davante Adams is about to do to Pat P. So I love that pick. I also like the Philadelphia Eagles hosting something called Trevor Siemian and the New Orleans Saints this weekend. The Eagles are playing perhaps some of the best ball in the NFL. Jalen Hurts looks phenomenal. I've always been a big advocate of his.
Yeah,
I think they win. They win handedly. New Orleans, to me, is going to start going down this fraudulent hole of you can't smoke and mirrors all season without a real quarterback. I know Kamara's back. By all accounts, those still relatively compromised. Philadelphia's defense is playing better, but I don't think they're going to have an answer for Jalen. And then lastly, wouldn't be a Sunday special without a little jagging off action. 6.5 against San Francisco. Short week. They played Monday Night Football. Big emotional victory. Oh, you're back, Kyle. Kyle Shanahan's back. He beat Sean McVay. He's going to get exposed this weekend, but in my opinion, maybe a better coach than Urban Meyer. I almost took the Jaguar money line. I don't have the stones to do that because that roster in Jacksonville is awful. But they're going to cover 6.5. I love that number.
Yeah, that line actually opened at 4, I believe, on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So it's a little strange to see it move toward the Niners so much. It's probably recency bias. Obviously, primetime game, more eyes on Jimmy G. But yeah, I like that pick. I'm down to jag off a little bit this weekend with you, Johnny.
No, you're not invited to the jag off circle. Sorry.
Really? Oh man. Okay, we'll go to my picks. So I like a couple things this week. I really like the Seahawks -2. I'm going to go with this first because I know Johnny's going to hate me for this. Kyler Murray today said, I don't know if I'm going to play, essentially. So that's totally in air. And the Seahawks looked terrible against Green Bay, but Green Bay owns them at Lambeau. So I like the Seahawks -2 at home. So does the public, which scares me a little bit. I also like the Chiefs -2.5. That's going to be a huge high-scoring game against the Cowboys. The thing with the Chiefs or the Cowboys defense is they don't have a lot of so what was working against the Chiefs early in the season was they were playing cover 2 and they were blitzing their safeties. That's usually what the Chiefs beater was. And
Everybody hates your picks, by the way, already in the comments, but continue.
the Cowboys don't really do that. And they win games by risking a lot on offense and defense. And that's why Trayvon Diggs leads the league in interceptions, is because he's so risky with his stuff, but he also gets beaten coverage a lot. So I see Tyreek Hill going off. I see Mahomes having another 4 touchdown game. I think he plays well again. I think the Chiefs are fucking back. So I'm taking them -2.5. I'm also taking this is a little gross. I was battling with this a little bit today. The line was at 10 this morning, and now it's at 9.5. Give me the Titans at home against the Texans. I'm so on the Titans train, even though they burned me.
When you've gone with big numbers, my man, it has burned you every time.
Well, you're not going to like my lock. So I'm taking the Titans -10. You can get it at -9.5 right now on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I'm confident in it despite my demeanor. I like this pick. I like how their defense is playing. I really like how their offense is playing without Derrick Henry.
A cheeseburger looks good.
It does look good, even though they're not incorporating my guy AJ Brown. Fantasy owners, I'm with you. It hurts really bad. So
Can I throw you a quick curveball?
Please do.
So the Seahawks are actually +2. They're not -2. So you'd be better off if you're going to listen to Shane. But who wants to do that?
+1.5.
I'm taking Seattle. Yeah, +110 is the money line in that Seahawks game. It's going to net you about 110 if you bet 100. That's probably your better bet. And I don't hate that pick. I know a lot of people don't have the stomach for it. The Cardinals are beat up, and we'll talk about it more on tonight's episode of the PHNX Cardinals podcast live that may or may not include my bets co-host. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm with you. I think that if there's a week to bet big against the Cardinals, given everything, I mean, if they try out Colt McCoy, that +110 is going to look like a steal Sunday morning. So yeah, I don't hate that.
The plus and minus button are right next to each other, Johnny. I got fat fingers. Give me a break.
You're on that Cato kick, though, my man. Get those skinny fingers going.
Let's get to the props, huh? How's that sound? Johnny, what are your props this weekend?
I'll do a prop or two. A.J. Dillon, the aforementioned A.J. Dillon out of Boston College, now the unquestioned starter in Green Bay. Green Bay running downhill as the season progresses, over 80.5 rush yards. Minnesota's not great defensively, especially their front seven. I like that at -115. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a Hail Mary. I mentioned my love affair. See, the nice thing about my props is I integrate them with my picks so I don't look like a jackass. Jalen Hurts, first TD, +850. Couldn't you just visualize Jalen going on like a 9 to 10 play drive?
We've done this 3 times this year already. We've said this exact thing. A nice scripted drive for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts gets an RPO and he runs into that. It hasn't happened yet, but I can see it still. I can see it happening this game. I like it.
Okay, so if you put $10 on that and it's +850, what does that pay out, Mr. Draft?
You get $85.
That's right, $85. Pay your gas bill for the month. So I like both of those. Again, these are Hail Marys, right? Especially the +850 on the first touchdown. But I could absolutely visualize that happening. I could see a Trevor Siemian fumble on the first possession, a turnover and interception. I don't foresee him driving down the length of the field. I think Philadelphia's got a great chance to score first anyway. So you could hedge your bet, if you will, and dabble on a couple different options. Philadelphia does not have a good running game, right? So it's really Devontae Smith right now and Jalen Hurts doing the damn thing and Dallas Goedert, who actually got extended this morning. So if you want to hedge it with those 3 players, I think that'd be a good move.
Yeah, don't mind that at all. Before we get to my props, if you want to bet on any of these props or our picks, you can head over to the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and download it. When you sign up using that promo code PHNX, you can bet just $1 on any NFL team to score a point in their game. And if either team in that game scores a single point, you get $100 in free bets this week at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I had a same game parlay last night that was just anti-Damian Harris. Essentially, it was under 55 rushing yards, and he had 56. So that was the only thing that didn't hit. And then it was over Ramondre Stevenson's attempts and rushing yard totals, and then it was the under. Because I just thought of running, anti-Damian Harris. And Damian Harris killed me on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. He went over by 1 yard, and that will happen. Yeah. But you get insurance on same game parlays, so it's a good time over there. If you want to join in, as I said, use that promo code PHNX when you sign up. You get $100 in free bets. It's 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Let's get into my cheeky little cute props, huh? My special Sunday specials. David Montgomery under 17.5 receiving yards. He has 66 receiving yards on the entire season. I know he was out for a little bit, and I know that there's a lot of factors into this, and a lot of it is luck. I saw this number and I thought it was too damn high. Minus 115. Give me that coin flip all day. Johnny, I see you laughing. Why are you laughing?
What's going on in the chat right now? I'm sorry. Continue.
They're just making fun of you living in Maricopa.
No, they're not. They're making fun of the fact that Jacob, our producer, can't differentiate between filling up the gas tank and then pay for your gas bill is not going down to the quick and easy and paying for gas. It's, hey, I want to keep my home regulated temperature wise. I'm going to pay my gas bill. Jacob, got to teach him some of these life lessons.
One second. Loser. Okay, I put him back. All right, pull my props back.
That's disrespectful. Don't you do that again, or I will end this damn show.
That might be the greatest thing that's ever happened on this program. Please continue with your gross bets that include Bus, Clyde, Edwards-Hilaire.
All right, well, pull it up. So, as I mentioned, this week, I like the Chiefs. Jacob, pull my goddamn picks up.
Oh no!
So Clyde Edwards-Hilaire is iffy on playing, right? His odds are plus 1,200 to be the first touchdown score. Darrell Williams, who just had one of the best catches I've ever seen by a running back for a touchdown last week, the Moss, he's plus 800. So whoever's starting in this game, or sorry, you don't know who's starting on the first drive. If CEH is playing, I would take CEH to score the first touchdown. If he's not, I take Darrell Williams. But I like both of them to have a big game. I think they run the ball a little bit more. I was also thinking about taking Mahomes under passing attempts. It's at 40.5. I think they run a little bit more against the Cowboys. Randy Gregory is out, and a couple other guys are banged up on that defensive line for the Cowboys. So I like that. I like them to run all over in Chiefs terms. So 60, 70 yards.
Here's the thing. I drafted Clyde in two different leagues, both
That's
auction
awful.
style. I paid a premium. He is dead to me. He's been awful. I thought he was going to be a hit coming out of LSU. He looked like another kind of Ray Rice type of player, Darren Sproles-esque. He just can't move very well. And now he's coming off major injury. I think Williams is just a better player at this point.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, though, I think Dallas is going to take away the run game, and they're going to make Mahomes one-dimensional and get him on long passing downs, and they're going to play cover 3. So I don't love either one of those. Dan
Quinn doesn't play cover 3 anymore, Johnny. He just doesn't.
He does. He will.
No, he doesn't.
He will on Sunday.
I don't think he will. We'll see about that. Maybe we can make a bet when we're together on Sunday on that game.
I win all the bets.
Well, this one you're supposed to win, Johnny. This is your Johnny jackpot of the week. What is it?
Woo, baby! Tua, Joe Flacco. I want to run into a train watching this game. Under 44.5. Tua has no limitations in his throwing hand, which means he has all the limitations as a player. And the Jets, Robert Saleh looks like he wants to hop back on the defensive coordinator train because the Jets are soul-sucking of an organization. Under 44.5 points. Who is scoring points for either of these teams? Corey Davis has been a bust of a free agent signing. They don't give it to Elijah Moore enough. He's a stud. Somebody save that young man. And then the Miami Dolphins have the worst offensive line in the NFL, bar none, according to the folks at PFF. They have no running game, right? Tua on the road, cold weather, New York. It's supposed to be sub 50 temperatures this week. He's going to get exposed. That game's got 10-7 late in the fourth quarter written all over it. Put the money down now. You're going to cash out via the Johnny Jackpot.
I like it. I like that pick, Johnny. Good job. Congratulations.
Hey, unlike you, I'm up at the crack of dawn for this company, researching, grinding. I don't just show up here 5 minutes before and just start picking things out. We see you on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, right before we start, trying to update graphics because this pick, I got to do this. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go.
Dude, the amount of lying you do, I'm worried for your children. They might become terrible people. Oh my goodness.
Don't dare speak about my children.
I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this show that my computer starts to short circuit because of all the liquid that's dripping off of my fingers when I'm making these graphics in the morning. So you shut up. You shut your little oily mouth. All right.
Give me your stupid lock. No one's buying it. Terrible. Look at that crap.
All right. Just listen to me. Just listen to me, Johnny. There is something to be said about teams that I'm going to use the word talent sparingly here. Talent, good teams, record-wise, that get blown out, and the next week they come back firing, or they lose a big game and they come back firing. This line started at 10.5. I took it at 10.5 earlier in the week. It's now moved all the way up to 12.5. They're playing the fucking Lions at home. I hope Jared Goff starts.
Tim Boyle.
He's injured. I would really prefer Jared Goff to start in this game because of all the inconsistencies. He threw for like 80 yards last game. I can really see, even if Baker doesn't, no, Baker is starting. I saw that this morning. Baker will start in this game, but even if he's not 100%, Nick Chubb is back this week. I think their offense explodes again. Donovan Peoples-Jones will play. I really like them to win this game by 17 plus points.
They're going to get Tim Boyle, former Packer, Eastern Carolina, Eastern Michigan quarterback. You are a joke. 2 double-digit bets this week in favor of the home team. I'm worried about you. Someone should tell Shane about this team called the Falcons. Absolutely.
Well, I'll clip this and I'll play it on Monday. And if it is bad, if it does go bad, I'll own up to it as I always do.
Double digits against Man Campbell is not a recipe for success, my man. They will ugly that game up. Baker can't even move. He's got like
you literally
ligaments coming off of his body.
Speak sometimes, Johnny. You just speak.
Chubb's ascension is a problem, and the Lions likely have no answer for him. But DeAndre Swift's looking pretty good, and I think Tim Boyle, he's got a little bit more pizzazz. He's got a little bit of the unknown factor. Maybe get him on some bootlegs, right? Goff is so bad. I was wrong about Jared Goff. I thought he'd be competent. He's been terrible. But these robust lines, man, it leads you to sweating things out and inevitably being disappointed on Sunday. And for me and everybody else here to laugh at you on Monday. Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
Because the Eagles beat this team 44-6 with nobody exploding. It was all rushing. That's all they did. Jalen Hurts threw for like 120 yards.
They buried that tape. They said they buried it. They put it in the ground. They burned it.
All right. Well, anything else to add before we get out of here, Johnny? Maybe some.
Yeah, I got a plug for GoPHNX.com. Shano's rocking the gear. You should too. GoPHNX.com is the home of myself, all my talented peers, the content on content that we provide in the form of the written word and audio visual podcast. Check out our YouTube page, PHNX. The written word. Just because you can't read. I got an article coming out about what a godsend James Conner has been for the Arizona Cardinals, especially now with the uncertainty of both Hopkins and Murray for the 3rd consecutive week. Check that out. More Gerald's Rockin' Suns coverage on a daily basis. You are not going to find better coverage of Valley sports than right here at PHNX. GoPHNX.com. First month, 50 cents. Subsequent months, $8.99. Or you can save a little coin on the front end, pay roughly $59.98. You're going to get a free t-shirt in the process, like the one Shano's got right now that I may or may not rock tonight on the PHNX Cardinals podcast with my co-host Shane Dieffenbach and the GM Saul Bookman. We will go live tonight, 6 p.m. for your definitive Seattle Seahawks preview. I almost got through all that without screwing up. Tonight, let's do it. See you there, Shano.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we'll be back on Monday. We'll also be back on Sunday for the PHNX Tailgate Show at 10 a.m.
There's a lot of us.
So, yeah, me, Saul, and Johnny again. So, if you guys are we matching tonight? We might. I don't know. We might hug, too.
Special boys for a special show.
So come join us there on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. You can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. They're below us. You can follow PHNX Sports across all socials. You can follow PHNX_bets on Twitter. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn those notifications on. And if you're listening on audio, please leave a nice little review. It makes me happy. Thanks for tuning in. As always, we'll be back on Monday at noon. And peace.